Imagine a tennis player who once competed in the men's division, now facing off against women. And no, this is not one of those Battle of the Sexes matches that you have probably heard about. This happened in 1977 when Renee Richards, formerly a man named Richard Raskind, stepped onto the court at the US Open. Was this fair competition or an overreach that forever changed the rules? What do you think? Can a former male tennis player truly compete fairly against women? The summer of 1977 was a time of turmoil in New York City, marked by riots, a massive blackout, and the hunt for a serial killer. Within this chaos, tennis became a focal point of public attention, with Renee Richards at its center, challenging societal norms and the world of sports. In 1953, Renee Richards, then Richard Raskind, competed in the US Nationals as a man. 24 years later, after gender reassignment surgery, Renee aimed to compete in the same tournament, now as a woman. This transition was anything but smooth, filled with controversy, including a chromosome test, player boycotts, intense media scrutiny, a ban by tennis authorities, and a legal battle. Renee's entrance to the West Side Tennis Club marked the end of a chaotic year that had turned her life and the tennis world upside down. Her debut tournament as a woman was in August 1976 at the Orange Lawn Tennis Club in New Jersey, and it was anything but ordinary. Arriving in a Rolls Royce, Renee was met with crowds of fans and media, creating a spectacle. This intense public scrutiny was new to her, having just started living publicly as a woman. Renee addressed the media, setting the record straight about her identity. Despite not being an activist, Renee received overwhelming support from minority communities urging her to fight for her right to play. Among her supporters was Gene Scott, a former pro who invited Renee to his New Jersey tournament. Her participation led to a boycott by 23 female players, but Scott's support remained steadfast. At the Orange Lawn Tennis Club, Renee made her professional debut in the face of tremendous public and media scrutiny. Exhausted but determined, Renee won her first match, making headlines and capturing the attention of the sports world. Her success continued as she moved to the US Open, where she faced further challenges, including a chromosome test that she initially refused.
I'm unwilling to accept it because I don't think it's a good test for sexuality. Sexuality is many more things than what your sex chromosome pattern is.
When forced to take it, the results were inconclusive, leading to a legal battle. Renee's lawsuit against the US Open showcased both the best and worst of women's professional tennis. While some supported her, others were openly hostile, with legal support, including an affidavit from Billie Jean King.
And then I went to doctors in the medical field and said, well, is Renee a woman or not? They said, yes, she is. I said, that's all I have to know. So then I went back to the women and said, you guys, we have to let her play. It's the right thing to do.
Renee won her case, paving the way for her to compete. At the 1977 US Open, Renee drew Virginia Wade in the first round. The match was tense, with Wade expressing discomfort about competing against Richards. Despite the tension, Wade won, but Renee's journey was far from over. In the doubles competition, Renee found success, reaching the final with her partner, Betty Ann Stewart. She continued to play on the tour, as well as coach Martina Navratilova to the #1 spot. Today, Renee Richards lives a quiet life in upstate New York. Once a controversial figure, she is now celebrated as a pioneer in the LGBT community. From athlete to coach, Renee Richards' impact on tennis is undeniable. But her journey also prompts a controversial question. Can sports truly be fair when the lines of gender are blurred? We want to hear your opinions. Comment below and join the discussion. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to find out more interesting facts about tennis, like why in 2012 the Madrid Open chose to use blue clay instead of red, click on the video on the screen.